On May 23rd, 2019, Nyhmnim released the first episode of Sealed Only Yugioh. This unique series inspired many others to follow his lead. Now, it has inspired me to do the same. There's just one problem on my end. I don't have the money to do a Sealed Only challenge. Thankfully, there is a solution. There are many resources online that allow you to open packs in Duel, such as Yugioh Pro Deck for pack opening and Yugioh Pro for dueling. With these resources and a fictional budget of $40 a week, I will be building a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck from scratch. Welcome to Sealed Only Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital Edition. Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode of the Sealed Only Yu-Gi-Oh! Challenge. Last week we got some decent pulls, I could say. Couple performages. We did pull the Raid Raptors counter trap, counter trap card, which was really nice. Last week we also modified our deck by gutting out the Megalith cards and adding in wherever we could. But that still hasn't really helped our consistency in terms of actually getting monsters onto the field. So as I said last week, we pushed off improving the extra deck for a bit and are focusing on the main deck. Now, as much as I would like to open Phantom Rage in order to get Raider's Wing and Strangleanius, those two cards alone aren't going to fix our problems. So I decided, since we're opening Phantom Rage to get Raid Raptor cards in order to help our strategy, and we need a secondary archetype / engine in our deck, why not make that secondary archetype / engine Raid Raptors? So for this week, we're opening up 10 packs of Wing Raiders. Now, this set has a lot of good Raid Raptor cards, as well as surprisingly a lot of rank 4 monsters that we could potentially use. I honestly feel like this is the best direction for our deck right now, and I really hope that we could pull what we need over the course of maybe 2 to 3 episodes. But with that being said, let's just get straight into pack opening. So here we are with our 10 packs of Wing Raiders. Okay, let's get started. We have Mystical Space Typhoon, nice. Now we actually have somewhat consistent spell trap removal. Bottomless Trap Hole, we already have one, I don't think we need more. Ooh, Raid Raptor's Nest, that's a good Raid Raptor card. Searches a Raid Raptor if we control 2 of them, so it's definitely going to be useful later down the line. Raid Raptor Shortlandius, nice. Ooh, Fuzzy Lenius as well. Wow, this first pack's actually really good for us. We have Zubaba General, Phantom Knight's Ragged Gloves, okay, Phantom Knight's Spear, alright, and Super Quantum Mech Beasts Green. Alright, that was our first pack. I'm really liking the opening so far. No, it's a bit too early to say that kind of stuff, but I just have a good feeling. Next pack, we're up on number 66, Keymaster Beetle. Card that we could potentially use. Gem Knight Pearl. God, why was this printed? Honestly though, Gem Knights don't use this, rank 4 decks don't use this, there are way better options. Raid Raptor Mimicry Lanius, that's a good one. Call of the Haunted. Ooh, Raid Raptor Vanishing Lanius. This is good because I could special summon a Raid Raptor from our hand, including itself, and it's not us, and its effect is not a hard once per turn. MST, Bujin Amaterasu, Phantom Knights of Cloven Helm, and Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. Alright. Pack number 3. We have Raid Raptor Mimicry Lanius. Nice. The Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves. Super Quantal Fairy Alphan. Another Raid Raptor's Nest. Zubaba General. Crane. Phantom Knight's Wing. Ghost Trick Alucard. And, number 101, Silent Honor Arc. This is really good monster removal. So I'm happy about that. That could be our substitute for Castel until we can get a Castel. Wait, we can use this effect more than once because Perpetuate can attach Exceeds materials to this. That's amazing! I feel like we're going to have fun with this card. Okay, pack number 4. Ranked Magic Astral Force. Raid Raptor Fuzzy Lanius. Nice. Crane. Needlebug Nest. Gemnite Pearl. Super Quantal Mech Sword Magna Slayer, I think. Bottomless Trap Hole. Super Quantum Beast. Super Quantum Beast Blue. And then Phantom Knights of Silent Boots. Alright. Pack number 5. We have Phantom Knights of Shadow Veil. Call of the Haunted. Super Quantal Mech Sword. Astral Force. Needlebug Nest. What's with all the traps these pack? Jeez. Sharp Lanius. Alright. Raid Raptor Nest. We have a playset. If we decide to play a playset of this. Got Cowboy. Sweet. We can Cowboy for game now. And then Super Quantum Red Layer. Nice. Okay. Pack number 5? 5 or 6? Raid Raptor Mimicry Lanius. Phantom Knight's Wing. Another Vanishing Lanius. This is... our main deck's going to get so buffed by the end of this. Super Quantal Fairy Alphon. Number 66. Call of the Haunted. MST. Alright. Super Quantal Mech Blue. And then Phantom Knights of Fragile Armor. Okay, for pack number 6 or 7 at this point. We have Raid Raptor Vanishing Lanius. Sweet. I believe that's our playset for that. Okay. Raid Raptor Revolution Falcon. Nice. And this is going to be so good. Now I'm really hoping to pull the rank 4 Raid Raptor in this deck. I believe it's Weistrix. The one that could detach and search a Raid Raptor. But man, I am this is just going to be so good. Okay. Black Knight. Needlebug Nest. Raid Raptor Sharp Lanius. Super Quantal Mech Sword. Raid Raptor Nest. Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Alright. So, thankfully we can now beat over stuff. And then Super Quantum Green Layer. Could be interesting if we pull more Super Quantum cards, but I'm not really looking for them. Alright. I'm just going to say this is pack number 8. If I forget a pack, I'll put it in post. Okay, Raidraptor Fuzzy Lanius. Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius. Super Quantum Fairy Alpha. Forbidden Chalice. Nice. This is basically a budget infinite impermanence. I didn't... Why didn't I not think about opening the set before? It's doing amazing for our deck right now. Raidraptor Nest. Sharp Lanius. Rhoda. Phantom Knight Sword. And Raidraptor Necrovulture. Alright, pack number 9. Bottomless. Fuzzy Lanius. Alphon. Ragged Gloves. Rhoda. Vanishing Lanius. Nest. Cloven Helm. And Green Layer again. Huh. No. I think we pulled a play set of every single Raidraptor common in here except for... I forget its name, but it's the Raidraptor. It's the Raidraptor that could special summon itself. Oh, Singing Lanius. Raidraptor Singing Lanius. We have yet to pull one of those for some reason. Oh god, I swear if that becomes a new Time Thief flyback, I'm going to be mad. Alright, pack number 10. We have Nest, Astral Force, Revolution Falcon, Singing Lanius. Right as I called it out, it shows up in the next pack. Alright. MST, Vanishing, Lash Tricks. Oh yeah, this one. Not really tempted to play it, but again, probably good to have. Ghost Trick Alucard, and Super Quantum Green Layer. That's our playset of that. Huh. Alright then. I'm so excited to put these Raidraptor cards into this deck, because I feel like it's going to... it's going to boost our consistency. It's going to boost everything. I'm going to love it. It's just going to be awesome. I can't wait. Let's just jump straight into deck opening. So here's our deck in, and I gotta say, it's looking really, really good right now. I mean, we have a secondary engine to help facilitate our plays, and it's awesome. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit in awe over everything. So, as you can see, we've cut a lot of stuff out of our deck. We cut UA cards, we cut Mutant, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Some ratio changes that I did make is that I changed Retrograde to 2 instead of it being at 3. I feel like with this card at 2, it just bricks a lot less, so yeah. But either way, for the monsters, we're running our normal Time Thief monsters: 3 Winder, 3 Regulator, a Bezel Ship, and 3 Chronocorder. For our Raidraptors, we're running 3 Vanishing Lanius, 3 Mimicry Lanius. It could banish itself from the graveyard in order to search a Raidraptor card, and this is perfect for getting to our Raidraptor counter trap card, Phantom Knight's Claw. Then we have 3 Sharp Lanius. I'm choosing to play this because I would prefer more Raidraptor names, and while I would like to play Fuzzy Lanius, it does lock us into Raidraptor monsters for the rest of the turn, so I prefer to just not play it. And then Lastly, for our Raid Raptor monsters, we're playing one Singing Lanius. Good extender either when we have Redo up on the field or it's our second turn. Other monsters that we have, we're playing one Trick Clown, one Damage Juggler, and one Madolche Puncessor, which I have to say, despite us pulling this in, I believe, like week 1, it's been doing us, it's been putting in work every once in a while, which is really great. So for spells, we're on one Time Thief Hack, cut down to 1, because again, I feel like this is the less bricky option. Then we have 3 Time Thief Startup still. 2 Raid Raptor Nests. Doesn't come up entirely often, especially if we draw all our Raid Raptor cards. Especially if we don't draw all our Raid Raptor cards. But when we do, it is very nice to have this. 1 Forbidden Chalice. Budget Infinite Impermanence. What else can I say? It's a good card. We have 2 MST because we need spell and trap card removal. 3 Xyz Import works really great with Redoer, especially in combination with Raid Raptor Phantom Knight's Claw. Then we have, for traps, 1 Time Thief Flyback, 2 Time Thief Retrograde, 1 Phantom Knights of Claw, and 2 Solemn Judgment. For monsters, we're on an Xyz we can't summon, number 90, Galaxy Eyes, 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, 1 number 66, 3 Redoer, 1 Late Dragon Agnister, 1 number 101 Silent Honor Arc, 1 Raiders Knight, 2 Time Thief Perpetua, a Gagaga Cowboy, Junior Transverser, 1 Cross Sheep, and 1 Gravity Controller. It was about time that we had to cut out the Synchros. They were in the extra deck ever since, like, what, week 1, I think? But it was time for us to say goodbye to them. Now, for the side deck, there have been a moderate amount of changes. We still have our 1 Gamma Seal, but we moved our 2 Ancient Warriors to the side deck. It's really only useful when we're going second, or I just so happen to draw this card when we're when we're on the losing end of a board state. But it's still a good card for going second, and I do feel like it needs to stay in the side deck for now, at least. We have our 1 Time Thief Hack, our 1 extra copy of MST in case if we run into either back row heavy decks or Mystic Mine. We have our 3 Bottomless Trap Hole because, well, why not at this point? Because our side deck isn't really full right now. These are mainly just filler, but I do see this coming up every once in a while. Then, last but not least, we have our 2 feedback. It's a good card. Granted, we do need our extra deck more now since we're able to summon from it more with these new Raid Raptor cards. So I'm most likely going to be cutting it in the future, but it could stay for now. And I know I already said this before, but this deck is really starting to come together, and I really love it. So, enough babbling, enough talking about how much I love the deck. Let's just go into the games. For game number 1, we're up against Dogmatica Invoked. So we're going first, and well, I'm pretty sure you can already tell by my hand, but we're going to get absolutely screwed. So they're going to activate Nadir, get Cologne effects, normal summon Ecclesia, activate Dragma, do a bunch of fun stuff, and it's at this point where I'm like, we have literally nothing to deal with this board, especially after they summon Winda off of Schism. Yeah, we're just honestly stuck. They activate Fleur de Lis on our Winder. We beat over the Ecclesia. But they have another one. Yeah, I'm just going to preface, this game was not fun to play against at all. I drew and said Solemn Judgment, but yeah, they just attack for lethal. So, for game 2, we're up against Rose Dragon / Plant Synchro. We're going first. Activate Startup, summon regular effect, special summon 2 from deck, which I choose Chrono Quarter and Bezel Ship. Go into Redoer, activate Winder, activate Redoer, get a Retrograde, then activate the Chrono Quarter in the graveyard, go into Perpetua. I could have played this a bit better by activating the Bezel Ship to then be able to get an extra monster on field, but well, I play anyways. I get a spell card from them, then I get a trap card. I activate Bezel Ship to get the spell card back. I activate a bunch of stuff in the standby phase. Normal summon right after Sharplanius. Go for a Bezel Ship again. Attack. And go into Golden Key Battle for Perpetua protection, I guess. And yeah, it's at that point they concede. So, for a match this week, we're up against Altergeist. And honestly, I'm really surprised on how well we did this first game specifically. I'm not really going to spoil anything, but I will give you guys a warning. It is a long game. And with a lot of back and forth as well. So, sit back, relax. Won't do as much commentating on this game, but I'll try my best. So, we're going first. Sand Monster, set 2 cards. I know what I was saying before, but don't worry, it gets better. So, for our turn, we're going to flip, perform Mage, damage Juggler, normal summon Winder. They're going to multi-faker. We do some stuff. They activate Link Karibo. You know, typical stuff. Go into Redoer, they activate Protocol, I retrograde. So, bye-bye, their monster. Go into Perpetua. Go back to Redoer. Do stuff during the standby phase. Not going to commentate on all of it because, god damn, we do a lot of stuff in the standby phase. They are going to activate Mystic Mine. I'll chain Redoer to that. But then they activate another one. So, I know I have an out. So, I'm just waiting to draw the MST. But I know this is kind of boring to begin with, but just please hold on. Don't worry, I will eventually get rid of the Mystic Mine. So 4 deep chain, that happens. Activate a bunch of stuff. And yeah. Now then, I'm not sure personally how many Konkiris they are playing, but oh god, that card was specifically very annoying in this matchup. Right after we got rid of the Mystic Mine, that's when it started to get very, very frustrating with specifically the Konkiri. Because you'll see. So combo off, going to redo her again after I bounce it myself. Activate Konkiri, then target the redoer. That was fun. I do the starb effect. Xyz import, the personal spoofing away the Konkiri. So, and that is not a fun card to deal with if they just keep on recycling it over and over. Again, more standby phase shenanigans. Nothing much of importance. I do keep on recycling Battleship in order to, stop them from doing graveyard plays and whatnot. Then they activate Necro Valley, in which that sort of becomes a real nail in the coffin for us, since we do like the special summon from the graveyard a lot. And this is a reason why I want Tornado Dragon specifically, so we don't have to rely on the main deck to draw Mystic Mine against something like Necro Valley. So, onto the actual game. Somehow managed to summon, or we somehow managed to get 3 Xyz monsters out on the field. Konkiri is being annoying as always. And I hate how they keep on shuffling away their monsters with personal spoofing. At this point, it was really getting annoying, since I did not realize until midway through the duel that it was not a hard once per turn. So that was just fun to deal with every time. But yeah, they're going to do Konkiri stuff again. Shuffle it back, only to search it again. Milliseek effect. At this point, I was hoping to draw them out, until I saw them activate Super Poly for Starving Venom and completely rip our board apart. At this point, the game is effectively over. I can't really summon from the graveyard. I can't out Starving Venom. They're most likely going to negate the Regulator as they Solemn Strike it. Multi-Fricker, but hey, it was honestly a really fun game, and I really liked how we were able to keep up this much with Altergeists. So, again, I just really like this replay. Our deck is really starting to come together, and you can tell from this duel. So, thankfully, that was the longest duel that we had this week. And I promise you, these next games will end relatively quicker. So this video doesn't become very massive. But we are going first. We actually draw a good opening hand this time. Start up into 2 monsters. I still don't know why I don't go into Battleship, but the reason why I didn't this time is because I was able to, get another monster on the field, do some shenanigans during the standby phase. You know how it is with Time Thieves at this point. So I shotgun the flyback to make sure that I'm able to interact with the graveyard, Inspector Border. I put the Meloseek on top of their deck. They attack an Inspector Boarder. They realize they're not in the best position, so they surrender. So this is the last game in the match, and we're going second against Altergeists. So, our chances of winning are pretty slim at that. Going to Sharplanius, they manhunt, so I'm not really able to do anything. They activate Protocol, then Chain Multifaker, which brings out Siliquist. They bounce the Multifaker to bounce a card. And at this point, they've taken a very, very heavy command, so I'm not really able to do much. I am hoping in order to MST the Mayhem in order to get another monster on field, so that's why I used the Gamma Seal. So that happens, but then Multifaker brings out another monster. I go into Redoer, attack, Konkiri, and God, they go. The chain goes a whole 5 chain links deep. And we lost that pretty hard. So it's their turn. They're just going to attack with 2 monsters and then the game there. Overall, we did really well this week. Despite having lost the game and a match, we were really close with that match. If they didn't have Necro Valley, or if I decide to be smart and retrograde one of the personal spiffings, they might have lost. And honestly, going about 14 rounds deep, no, not 14 rounds, 14 turns deep with an Altergeist player in a sealed only challenge was amazing, in my opinion. I am just really loving how the deck is coming together so far. I know I was gushing about it before. I'm gushing about it now. I don't care. Our deck just feels amazing, and I really hope it only goes up from here. But again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.